Hi, I'm Lorraine. Welcome to your Power Vinyasa class. Today you're going to need 2 blocks for this practice, so if you don't have them already, pause the video, go grab them. Uh, Go ahead and get started on your mat. We're going to use the blocks to start out. If you don't want this at all, you can absolutely remove it after you try it out. Go ahead and place the blocks on the lowest height, long ways forward. And we're going to come into a child's pose. So let the knees open up, let the feet come to touch. And then we're going to bring those blocks probably a little bit closer because we're going to rest the elbows on the blocks. I have a little space in between the blocks for my head. That's where my head's going to fall. So if you need to widen that out, absolutely. And then once you get there, press the hands to prayer, set the forehead down towards the mat. And then with those hands in prayer, bring the hands to the back of the head and neck. And so we're going to just start out this child's pose with a little addition to the shoulders, to the underarms, finding a little bit of space there. And then again, just let yourself land here, arriving from wherever you just came. And again, giving ourselves some space. So even though it's a little bit of a different child's pose with this arm variation, see if you can just relax in and just know that you're carving out the time and stepping onto your mat. Again, if the arms with the elbows on the blocks did not feel right today, you could always just come to a traditional child's pose. You could even try it without the blocks. We're just adding a little bit of an additional stretch, additional lengthening through the arms here as we just fold in. Settling in. Again, coming to this present moment, arriving where you are. Again, you should feel a slight tug of the arm here, that tricep, finding some space. In yoga, we definitely use our triceps a lot, those vinyasas. See if you can give a little bit of love there, maybe even sending the breath there. If you haven't already, start to deepen the inhales. Lengthening out with the exhales as well. Inhale, just fill up. Exhale, let that go. Finding your breath pattern, your rhythm as you deeply inhale. Bottom belly exhales. See if you can find this fluidity with your breath, just in and out of the nose. The inhales just as long as the exhales. You find that space, that depth. Let's give this 5 more rounds of breath here. If you're with me, one more full inhale. Exhale, let that release. Slow. If you do have the blocks, slowly start to release that bend in the elbows, extending the arms out long. Maybe the hands or the fingertips come to the mat as you slowly start to lift the head up and off the mat. Remove the blocks off to the side. We will use them a little bit later. So just go ahead and place those off to the side. Make your way to a tabletop position. Find yourself in all fours, wrist under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And let's find a couple cat-cows here. Drop the belly down, inhale. Exhale, dome and round to the back. Tuck the chin, feel the scapula spread apart. Inhale to drop the belly. Exhale to round that out. Beautiful, massive breath in. Full breath out. Once you're done there, find your way to a long neutral spine. We're going to get into the wrists today. So go ahead and keep the fingertips spreading wide, fingertips facing forward. If you need to walk the knees in a little bit, you can. We're just going to start to rock forward and back. So today we'll definitely touch into the upper body. We're going to touch into a pose called Dolphin Pose. And so we're going to work our way up towards that. And Dolphin will really be our peak at the end of class. So lots of wrist, lots of chaturangas today. Take a couple more breaths, just leaning forward and back. And then we're going to turn the wrist 90 degrees. So fingertips out towards the edges of your mat. And from here, we're just going to lean side to side. So we were going forward and back. Now the fingertips are out to the sides and we just lean side to side. Find your pace. It could be fast. It could be slow. Whatever feels right for you. Just breathe. Last couple moments, just side to side. In fact, let's go ahead and add 3 circles in either direction, and actually in both directions for 2. Last one in this direction, whichever way you went, we're going to switch to the opposite way. Beautiful. Last one there. And come back to a long neutral spine. We're going to turn another 90 degrees. So this time, fingertips are going to face your knees. And again, you want your palms on the mat. Your fingertips might start to come up. That's okay. You just want to make sure that the front of the palms are not coming up. If they are, go ahead and walk your knees in just a little closer. Maybe tuck the toes if that feels good. Give the toes a little touch. And then if you'd like it, go ahead and lean forward and back. Again, if that's too intense, just stay where you are. Maybe walk the knees in a little bit more if you needed. Oh, this feels so good. Feeling that sensation all the way up through the forearms there. Just breathe into that. Again, if you want the movement, take it. If not, stay there. Last 3. Last 2. Last one, we're going to flip the palms, fingertips still facing the knees. So now the backs of the palms are on the mat. The palms are going to face up towards the sky. Again, if you need to adjust the knees, you can. And I'm just going to stay here. So find yourself here. If you did want movement, you could absolutely move forward and back, or maybe even some small circles. I'm just going to stay here myself. So take a couple breaths wherever you went. Beautiful. For 3. Last 2. And once, slowly roll your way off of that, setting the bum on the heels, letting the wrist just roll out. Maybe some figure 8s. You can interlace the hands and find that. Moving the fingers, just feeling that. In fact, bring the hands to the knees. Just let the eyes close and just listen to that sensation, anything that's happening there. Let's go ahead and make our way back to tabletop position. We're going to flip the fingertips again down towards the knees, and we're going to find cat-cow again. So already took it with the palms forward, this time palms back. Drop the belly down. Inhale. See if it changes anything for you. Exhale, dome and round through the back. Beautiful. Inhale to drop the belly. Just a couple like this. Exhale, round it out. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Inhale. Breathe it out. Last round. Big breath in. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin. Make your way back to a long neutral spine. Go ahead and turn the fingertips forward again. We're going to step the feet back to our first upper push-up position, plank pose. So find those wrists right underneath the shoulders. Let the fingers spread wide. Press the floor away. Heels press towards the back of your space. Core engaged. Gaze forward. And then just take a couple moments. Just let this kind of quiver. Let this kind of cook in those shoulders. You might start to shake through the core. That's okay. Breathe in. On the exhale, lift the hips. Come into your first downward facing dog. In fact, find a lot of movement here. Pedal the feet. Shake the head. If you needed to lift one leg up, bend the knee, open it up, roll the ankle. Find something that feels good in your first downward facing dog. You're here for a few rounds of breath. Beautiful. Maybe lift the heels up, press them back. Find that posterior chain stretch, the full back of the body, all the way from the backs of the hands, through the backs of the head and the neck, the spine, the hips, all the way down the backs of the legs, down to the feet. Take a big breath in, maybe find some stillness. Stay there, breath out. On your next inhale, let's lubricate those shoulders. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose again. On the exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Just a couple like that. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yes, 3 more. Inhale. Exhale it back. Beautiful. Last 2. Plank pose, shift forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one. Let's just come to that plank pose on your next breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Yes. Press the chest back. And then go ahead and drop the knees down again. Come into a child's pose. Just let those arms lengthen out. Take a breath in. Huge breath out. So this next movement, we're going to come up to tabletop position. And this next movement, you're going to see it really throughout the class. And it's what we're going to use to build up towards our dolphin pose. So come into this tabletop. We'll just show it and break it down for this first round. Tabletop position, all fours. Keep the hands where they are. Keep the knees where they are. We're going to lower down to our forearms. And if you're like, I can't do that right here, yes, you can. Slowly start to just shift back as if you're coming to child's pose, but all we're really doing is creating the space to lower those forearms down. So notice I did shift the hips back to get there. My forearms are down. My fingers are still spreading wide. My core is still engaged even as I get here. Take a breath in. Stay here, breath out. Another big transition. We're going to transition all the way to chaturanga on our knees. So keep the knees where they are. Keep the hands where they are. We're going to slowly start to lift the elbows. As we do, shift it forward. Elbows squeeze in towards the ribs. Maybe the feet lift. Breathe in. Child's pose. Come back to child's pose. Whoo, breathe out. Yeah, so we're going to fire up those triceps today. Fire up the upper body. So if you're with me, we're going to try that a couple more times, a little more fluid with our movements. So we'll get it one breath, one movement. You get lots of opportunities to try this today. We're going to stay on our knees with it. So if you're with me, shift forward to that tabletop position. This is your inhale. On your exhale, lower back to the forearms. Shift it forward, chaturanga on your knees. Come back to child's pose. Yes. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Breath out. Let's get 3 more rounds. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, forearms down. Shoot it forward, chaturanga. Come back to child's pose. Breathe it out. Yes, 2 more. Inhale, table. Forearms down. Shoot it forward, chaturanga. Come back to child's pose. Breathe it out. Yes. Last one. Tabletop. Forearms down. Chaturanga forward. Yes. Child's pose. Whoo. Yes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to tabletop position. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Come into your downward facing dog. Let's get in some warm-ups here. One breath, one movement. Press the chest back. Slowly step or hop. Top of the mat you go. Find a halfway lift. Massive inhale. Exhale, forward fold back into those legs. Let's bend the knees and ragdoll our way up to standing. Slow, vertebrae by vertebrae. Crown of the head comes up last. Let's draw the arms up towards the sky. Massive inhale. This time palms touch. Bend at the elbows. I'll turn towards you so you can see me. And the elbows are lifted up towards the sky. The palms are behind your head, just like where you started in that child's pose. You're breathing here, rooted down through the feet, finding a nice stretch again through those triceps. Breath in. Breath out. On the inhale, drop the arms low, circle the arms up. Inhale, forward fold, dive out. Half glance as you breathe in. Plant the hands, step or hop it. Find your first vinyasa as you lower all the way down slow. Unravel the toes, lift the chest, lift the heart. Cobra. On your way back, downward facing dog. Breathe out. One breath in. One breath out. Let's find that dance. Press the heart back. Step or hop it, top of your mat. Half lift. Bow in. Stand up, root to rise, palms touch. Bend the elbows, that's the exhale. Reach it back up, breathe in. Forward fold, dive it out. Half glance. Plant the hands, step or hop it, lower slow. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog, breathe out. Press the heart back. Step or hop it, top of the mat you go. Halfway up. Fold back in. Root to rise, reach it, palms touch. Bend the elbows, that's the breath out. Inhale to reach back up. Exhale to dive back in. Halfway up. Hands to your mat. Step, hop, or float it lower. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Let's get one last round just like that. Press it back. Step or hop it. Top of your mat. Half glance. Fold in. Inhale. Rise up. Palms touch. Bend the elbows. Let the triceps stretch. Reach back up. Forward bow, dive into the legs. Halfway. Hands to the earth. Step, hop, or float it lower. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Breathe it out. Stay here. Yes, check in. In fact, let's check back into those, what I'm going to call tabletop forearm chaturanga movements. We're going to take that child's pose out this time. So from that chaturanga, you'll just press back to a tabletop position. Press the heart back. Set the knees down. Let's get ready for this. 5 rounds, just like this. Again, no child's pose. So from tabletop, inhale. Exhale, lower the forearms down. Inhale to shoot forward. Come back to tabletop. Lower the forearms. Shoot it forward. Come back to tabletop. Yes, you can. 3 more. Lower. Shoot it forward. Tabletop. Press it back. Shoot it forward. Tabletop position. Forearms low. Come forward. Yes, tabletop. Last one. Lower down. Chaturanga. Stay here. Breathe. Let those triceps work. Come back to tabletop position. Come back to child's pose. Yes. Take a couple breaths. Again, warming up that upper body. Keep breathing. Stay with me. We're going to get into our second warm-up series, although pretty warm already. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you're with me, tabletop position. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Breathe it here. First round, we'll take it slow. Right leg's going to rise up, reach it up, 3-leg down dog. On the exhale, step the foot forward, back foot 45. We're going to come into warrior one. As you root down through the feet, you lift up. Find your warrior one here. So we'll check in first time today. If you want to check into the hips, go and bring the hands to the hips. Notice that they're square. If that left hip or left arm is a little bit further back than the right, draw that left hip forward. Draw that right hip back. Find them in line with each other. Legs strong, nice bend through that front knee. Arms reach up if you're ready. Settle in, stay here. Beautiful. Just check in. Lower body strong, upper body light. Whew. From here, we're just going to breathe. And in fact, we're going to change the arms just a little bit. So if you're with me, bring the arms wide out to a T. Let that left arm come underneath the right. And just stay here. Just notice as you land how that feels through the back body. The scapula, they spread apart from each other. And I just want you to play with this a little bit. Maybe lift the elbows up. Feel how that feels. Maybe lower the elbows down. Take a couple breaths. Check in. Just breathe. In fact, let's all move our arms together. So on an inhale, lift the elbows up. On the exhale, lower it down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more. Inhale. Exhale, lower back down. Stay here. Big breath in. Massive breath out. Let's unravel the arms. Reach up, back up. Warrior one. On the exhale, warrior two. Open the hips out. That back foot is now in line with that back of your mat. That front heel is dissecting that back middle arch. And you're just breathing as the hips open towards the side here. Warrior two. Again, we're going to let the upper body cook a little bit. So breathe it here. Settle in. First time on this side today. Just draw the breath into your belly. Yes. Take a big, big, big breath in. Whew. Find this warrior two. Huge inhale. When you're ready, cartwheel the hands down. Make your way down through a vinyasa. Lower slow. Heart's going to shine. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Yes. If you're with me, left leg, draw that up long. 3-leg down dog. Point through those toes. Step that foot through. Back foot 45. Only when you're ready, draw down through the feet. Lift up through the upper body. Warrior one. Virabhadrasana one. Settle in. Maybe you notice how the arms feel. I don't know about you, but my arms are definitely talking to me already. Breathe. Those modified chaturanga push-ups. Keep breathing in and out of the nose. Again, we're going to add the arms to this. So keep the legs as they are. Bring the arms out wide. And then right arm is going to come underneath the left. Find that eagle bind. Again, notice how this feels in the back body. Notice how it feels in the arms. Does it feel any different than the other side? Check in. And again, if you want to play around with where the elbows fall, find it. We're going to move our arms up and down in just a bit. Keeping the legs strong, keeping the core engaged. When you're ready, lift the elbows up on an inhale. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more time there. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Stay here. Big breath in. Stay here. Big breath out. Unravel the arms. Come back to that warrior one. And then when you're ready, warrior two. Open out towards the opposite side now. If the shoulders are cooked, you could always bring the palms up towards the sky as you breathe there. Again, let it cook. Let it burn a little bit. Breathing in and out of the nose. But again, finding your edge, not too much, not too little. Warrior 2. This is our warm-up B. Take a breath in. Cartwheel the hands down. Step it back. Wash all of that out. Vinyasa. Heart lifts. Downward facing dog. Come into your downward facing dog. We're going to get a couple rounds like that, probably 3. And we will pick up the pace a little bit there. So 1 breath, 1 movement. If you're with me, let's just get to it. Right leg's going to lift. Step that foot through. Inhale, I rise to warrior 1. Exhale, open the arms wide. Left arm underneath the right. Let's get this for 3. Lift the elbows. Inhale. Exhale to lower. 2 more. Inhale. Lower it down. Lift them up. Exhale to lower. Inhale, the arms sweep up. Exhale for warrior 2. Stay here. Breath in. Cartwheel the hands down. Vinyasa. Lower slow. Heart lifts. Downward facing dog. Yes. Left side. Lift it up. Step it through. Grow tall. Arms wide. Right arm underneath the left. Eagle, you lift for 3. Lower and lift. Lower. Last one. Inhale. Lower it down. Unravel the arms. Reach up. Warrior 2. Open out. Stay here. Breath in. Cartwheel it down. Vinyasa. You lower. Heart shines. Downward facing dog. I'm definitely feeling it already. 2 more rounds. Right leg lifts. Step it forward. Inhale, rise. Arms wide. Left arm underneath. Just 2 times. Lift up. Lower it down. Lift again. Lower it down. Arms unravel. Reach it. Warrior 2. Open out. Stay here. Big breath in. Cartwheel the hands down. If you ever need to skip a vinyasa, you're always more than welcome. Downward facing dog. Yes. Left leg lifts. Step it forward. Inhale. Open out wide. Right arm underneath. Just 2 times. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Unravel. Reach it. Open out. Warrior 2. Stay here. Breath in. Cartwheel it down. Vinyasa. You go. Inhale. Downward facing dog. We got 1 last round. Yes, you can. Right leg lifts. Step it forward. Inhale to lift. Arms wide. Left arm underneath. Just 1 time. Lift it up. Lower it down. Unravel it out. Reach it. Warrior 2. Open out. Stay here. Huge breath in. Listen up. Stay here. Breath out. Take 1 more inhale. A little bit different. Cartwheel the hands. We're just going to step back to plank pose. Plank pose. Yes. From here, forearm plank. Lower it down. Yes. Feeling those arms working, those shoulders engage. Breathe it here. You might shake. Take an inhale. On the exhale, drop the knees down, drop the belly down, find a Sphinx pose, and stay for your back bend. Unraveling those toes, shoulders stacking right over those elbows. Heart rate up, maybe a little sweat. We got 1 last round for these, so take your last couple moments here in the Sphinx pose. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Stay there. Exhale. Slowly walk the hands underneath the shoulders. Press your way back up through plank. Lift the hips. Come back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. Last round for these. Left leg rises. Step that foot forward. Inhale, warrior 1. Arms to a T. Right arm underneath. Just one time. Lift it and lower. Unravel and reach. Open out, warrior two. Stay here. Remember, breath in. Huge breath out. Here's the addition. Take an inhale. Cartwheel the hands. Just step back to that upper push-up position. Plank pose again. Yes, you can. You could drop the knees if you ever needed. Forearm plank. Lower one arm down at a time. Come into your forearm plank. Stay here for 5. Heels press back for 4. Core engaged for 3. Yes, I can for 2. Take a huge breath in. Drop the knees, drop the belly, unravel the toes, Sphinx pose. Stay with it. If you'd like to drop the head and the neck to find a nice stretch to the back of the head, you can. Maybe wiggling side to side if you did that. Just breathe, catching back up with your breath. In fact, let's get off the arms. Just let the elbows come out wide. Bring the cheek off to one side. And just give that head a little rest on those hands. Take a couple breaths. Last 3. For 2. Huge inhale. Last one. Let's bring the hands underneath the shoulders again. Make your way back to tabletop position. We're going to check back in with those chaturanga forearm push-ups is what we called them last. Take a breath in this tabletop position. Lower the forearms down again. Shoot forward to that chaturanga. Come back to tabletop. Lower the forearms down. Shoot forward, chaturanga on your knees. Press back up. If you want to level it up, maybe come to that plank pose. Lower the forearms down. You could bend the knees. Shoot forward, chaturanga. Come back to plank pose. Lower, maybe hover the knees. 2, forearms down. Shoot forward, chaturanga. Beautiful. If you want to come back to the knees, in fact, everybody come back to that child's pose. Just take a breath in. Huge breath out. Let's make our way to our next flow. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Right leg's going to lift up, inhale. On the exhale, bring the knee to the nose, round through the back, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, step it forward, ball of the back toes this time. We're going to come into crescent lunge. First time today, a little bit different than that warrior one. So find the balance, the engagement through the lower body. Maybe bring the hands to the heart space if that feels good. And then just stay here, check into the lower body, feel that strength. I haven't been focusing too much on the lower body, but feel how strong it is underneath you. Check in. Maybe the arms float back up if not already. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Whew. Beautiful. From here, let's find those eagle arms again. Arms wide, left arm underneath. Lift the elbows up, inhale. Lower them back down. Come back to crescent lunge. Big breath in. Let's come to warrior two again. Been here before. Arms open, legs open. Breathe it here. Warrior two. Let's go and flip that front palm. Reverse your warrior. Find a little space through the right side ribs. Left hand can drop low or it can wrap behind the back. Whatever feels best today. Beautiful. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Whew. If you're with me, take a huge inhale. Right elbow, right knee. In fact, if you wanted a block, you could always grab a block and bring it on the inside of that right foot. That might feel nice. Maybe that top arm reaching up towards the sky. Maybe if you wanted the extended version, we're going to get that in the flow. Top arm reaches forward. Stay here, first round. Last 3. Beautiful for 2. From here, we're going to start to straighten that front right leg. We're going to reverse our triangle, right arm up and back. Again, left arm drops down low. Right leg, again, that front leg is straight. A little more space through that side body. Beautiful. Listen up, a big transition. If that block is there, maybe put it off to the side of your mat. Huge inhale here. Let's cartwheel the hands. As you do, rebend that front knee, pivot on the ball of the back toes. Right leg's gonna lift up for 3-leg dog. On the exhale, lower the forearms down, a little dolphin action, and then shoot forward, chaturanga, maybe hover that right leg. Inhale for your up dog, maybe. Exhale, downward facing dog. In fact, let's break that down again. Let's try it on the left side here. I'll move my block so you can see completely what it looks like. If you want to just watch, you can. You're from your downward facing dog. You're actually going to be in 3-leg dog. So similar to what we've been doing in that tabletop position, we're just going to slowly start to lower the forearms down. You're in a dolphin now, 3-leg dolphin. And then you're just going to shoot forward into that chaturanga, hovering that foot, lifting up to that up dog, and coming back to that downward facing dog. So that's going to be part of this next flow. Let's go ahead and make our way to the opposite side, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Down dog. Left leg lifted up. Step the foot forward, ball of the back toes this time. First time on this side, crescent lunge. Settle in. Feel the activation through that back leg. Feel the activation through the core center. Feel the breath breathing into those lungs. One more inhale as you reach up. Arms wide to a T again. Right arm underneath the left. Eagle, you lift it up. Lower it down. Unravel the arms up, reach up, crescent. Warrior 2, open out, stay here. Again, let's find a reverse warrior. Flip that left palm, reverse your warrior. Right arm down or behind the back, you decide. Little space through the left side ribs. Lots of breath through the left side ribs, through that left lung. Take one more huge inhale. Left elbow, left knee, or left hand to that block on the inside of that left foot. Right arm up either towards the sky or towards the front of your space. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Last couple moments. If you do have the block, set it off to the side. We're going to come to reverse triangle. Straighten that front left leg. Left arm up and back. Keep breathing. Find that space. Again, here comes a huge transition. We already know what's happening, what's coming. So take it slow if you need. Pick it up if you need. One more inhale, reach it. On the exhale, cartwheel the hands down, ball of the back toes, left leg, 3-leg dog. Forearms come down, dolphin. Shift it forward, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. That should be fun. It should be playful. Don't take yourself too seriously with this one. Let's get a couple rounds. One breath, one movement. If you're with me, right leg draws long. Step it forward. Root to rise, crescent. Arms wide. Left arm underneath. Lift it up. Lower it down. Unravel and reach. Open out, warrior two. Inhale for reverse. Let's extend our side angle. Reach it. Straighten that front leg. Reverse your triangle. Listen up. Cartwheel the hands down. Ball the back toes. Right leg lifts. 3-leg dog. Set the forearms down. Dolphin. Shoot it forward. Chaturanga. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Yes. Left side. Reach it. Step it through. Grow tall. Arms to a T. Right arm underneath. Lift the elbows. Lower them down. Unravel and reach. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Extend your side angle. Straighten your front leg. Reverse triangle. Cartwheel it down. We're coming to 3-leg dog. Inhale. Forearms down. Dolphin. Shoot it forward. Chaturanga. Inhale. Downward facing dog. So strong, you guys. One last round. Right leg rises. Step it forward. Inhale. Arms wide. Left arm under. Lift it up. Lower it down. Come to crescent lunge. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Extend your side angle. Straighten that front leg. Reverse triangle. Cartwheel it down. Here's that fun part. Right leg up. Dolphin, forearms down. Shoot it forward. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Yes. Last side. Left leg. Step it forward. Inhale, rise. Arms out wide. Eagle arms. Lift it up. Lower it down. Come back to crescent lunge. Warrior two. Inhale, up and back. Extend your side angle, top arm forward. Straighten that front leg, up and back. Last time, cartwheel the hands, 3-leg dog. Inhale, forearms down. Whew. Shift it forward. Heart shines. Downward facing dog. Oh, let's get a little rest. Right leg lifts up. Step forward. Crawl to Prasarita. So toes turn towards left side of your mat. Whew. Sweat dripping. Just hang heavy here. It should feel good to touch into the lower body. Breath in and out of the nose. Let that head just hang. If you need to adjust the legs in or out, you can. Whew. If you're with me, let's add a little shoulder stretch. So bring the hands behind the back. Let's interlace the fingers and just reach as far forward as you can. If you need a bend in the knees, that might feel good. For me, the stretch in the shoulders is what I'm aiming for. Beautiful. Keep breathing. In and out of the nose. If ever you want to come out early from that stretch, you can. Otherwise, when you're ready, go and release the hands down towards the earth. Find a halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, fold back in. Let's crawl towards our right toes. Pivot on the ball of the back toes. Just step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Set the knees down and just come to a seat. Again, we're going to get that opportunity to try out that dolphin pose. If you needed a wall, if you liked a wall in your practice and you were near one, or you wanted to move to one, feel free. We're going to use one of our blocks just to come into that dolphin pose, or just to try it out. So once you're ready, again, we're going to use the block just to try it out for this first round. I like to have the block between my hands. It seems like it's a very good position. Again, your anatomy, you might need to be a little bit wider, but for me or for most people, it's going to be pretty straight on to where your elbows should drop down. So from here, the forearms are going to be on the mat already. And again, my knees are down first. This could be your dolphin. If this was it today, that would be beautiful. If you want a little bit more, we're going to tuck the toes and we're just going to lift the hips up, coming into that dolphin. Notice as I lifted my hips up, my shoulders are no longer over my elbows, so I'm going to walk my feet forward so that my elbows are right underneath my shoulders. And I'm just going to breathe here. This could be your dolphin. If you want to try a 3-leg version of dolphin, maybe that right leg lifts up. If you have maybe some hops in your dolphin, maybe try that out. If you are hopping on that side or in that 3-leg version, take a breath in. Set that right foot down. We'll switch sides. Yes, I know we're cooking those shoulders. Keep breathing. Again, if you want to stay here with that left leg's lifted. If you want to find some hops, find it. Use your core. Keep pressing into the earth. Keep breathing. Last couple hops if you went there. Breath in. Set that foot down. Big, huge inhale. Set the knees down. Make your way to child's pose. Bring the arms down by the sides. Whew. Goodness. Keep breathing. That's your dolphin, right? We're going to get one last flow and add a little balance and then come back to this dolphin. So remember what you just did. If you want to use the block next time, you can. If you don't want to use the block next time, you also can. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Last little thing, last little dance. Right leg's going to lift up. Step it forward. We're coming back to crescent lunge. Massive inhale. Arms out wide again. Eagle, left arm underneath. This time we're going to change it just a little bit. Lean the upper body forward. Shift into that right foot. Take flight into what we call warrior 3 with an eagle arm bind. Keep breathing. Find that balance on that right leg. Yes, I can. Just one time today. Huge breath in. Massive breath out. Take one more inhale. As we unravel, we're going to come back to crescent lunge. Bend that bottom knee. Arms rise and reach. Exhale, warrior 2, just like before. Flip that front palm. Reverse your warrior up and back. Side angle. Extend it all the way forward. Stay here for 3. Beautiful for 2. Last one, let's reverse our triangle. Massive inhale. Stay here. Little space. We're going to come back to that 3-leg dog, to the forearm chaturanga. So one more inhale. Cartwheel the hands down. Right leg rises. Forearms come down. Shoot forward. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up again. Step it forward. Rise and reach. Warrior 2. Inhale for reverse. Exhale, cartwheel it down. Vinyasa, you lower. Heart shines. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Step forward. Come into that crescent lunge. Rise up. Arms to a T, right arm underneath. We're going to find that balance. Lean it forward into your 3rd warrior with the eagle arms. Keep breathing. You're just here for 5. Beautiful for 4. The last 3, just one time today. For 2, remember, unravel, come back to crescent lunge, massive breath. Warrior 2, open out. Inhale up and back. Exhale, extend your side angle. Stay here for 3. Beautiful for 2. Last one, straighten that front leg, reverse triangle, couple breaths. And then again, we have that little flow with that forearm chaturanga. One more inhale. Cartwheel the hands down. 3-leg dog, left leg up. Forearms down. Shoot forward, chaturanga. Inhale. Downward facing dog, left leg rises. Step forward. Crescent on the inhale. Warrior 2, breathe out. Reverse up and back. Traditional vinyasa as you lower down. Heart lifts. Downward facing dog. Whew. If you're with me, last little push. Bring the forearms down. If you want the block, find the block. Otherwise, walk the feet in dolphin pose. You decide where you're going. If you want a 3-leg version, lift one leg up. If you want to find some balance, maybe a pincha, lift up into that. Breathe wherever you go. Last couple breaths. If you have one leg up, switch sides. Whew. Yes, dolphin pose. Last couple moments. If you have that leg up, come back to dolphin. Keep breathing here for 5. For 4. Yes, I can. Last 3, 2, 1. Set the knees down. Child's pose. Arms down by the side body. Holy smokes. Lots of things today. Lots of upper body. Let the shoulders draw down. Let the breath come back in. Maybe that's sweat dripping. In fact, let's get a stretch through the shoulders. Make your way up to tabletop position. Find puppy dog pose. So knees stay right under the hips. Crawl the hands forward and slowly lower the chin or the forehead down to the earth. Just breathe. Last 5. For 4. 3. For 2. Take one more breath in. Huge breath out. Slow as you need, forehead to mat. Crawl the hands back and just make your way onto your back. Whew. Come onto your back. We're winding it down. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. And again, we didn't get too much into the lower body, so let's close with something for the lower body. Bring that left ankle on top of that right knee, right foot planted onto the mat. Reclining pigeon. Let that left knee open up. If this is okay, stay here. If you want a little bit more, draw that right thigh towards your upper body. Maybe catch the back of the right thigh or even the front of that right shin. Keep breathing. Whew. That was a good one today. I hope you thought so too. Stay here for 5. For 4. Last 3. If you have the leg lifted, slowly plant that foot back down onto the mat. Unravel that ankle from the knee, and we'll just switch sides. So right ankle on top of the left knee. Open that right hip out. Maybe stay here for a couple breaths. Maybe stay here the whole time. If you do want a little bit more, thread the hands through. Catch the thigh or even the front of the shin. Whew. Keep breathing. Last few moments. Last few breaths. Winding it down. If you do have the leg lifted, take one more huge inhale. Slowly lower that left foot down to the mat, down to the earth. Unravel that right knee. If you do have a block nearby, kick one close to you. We're going to come into a supported bridge. So we're going to take that block underneath our sacrum. I'm going to just be on my lowest height, press into the feet, slide that block underneath. Again, I'm just on the lowest height here. And I'm just going to breathe. Even as we close out this class, I keep my breath till the end. Deep and fluid in and out of the nose. Feel the hips drop. If you want a little bit for the upper body, maybe the arms reach up and overhead. Stay here. Beautiful. If you're with me, huge inhale. Massive exhale. Slowly bring the arms back down by the sides, press into the feet, lift the hips up, slide that block off to the side. Give yourself a little hug, a little squeeze. Maybe squeeze up into a little ball, squeeze the fingers, squeeze the toes. Take a massive breath in. Extend those legs out long, the arms wide, and just come into your final resting shape. Shavasana. As always, if you need extra time here, please stay. Otherwise, we will say that that is the official end. Take your time coming up. Namaste.